Skylar and I have some big news, and I hate that he's not here for this news. It's something that we've been teasing for a little bit, but as of yesterday, it is official. The paperwork has been signed. We have a sponsor that's going to technically help sponsor the show, but especially the Rakin with Jake segment this year because it's back. Rakin with Jake is back. We're going to make money this year. We're also going to do it with a sponsor this year. Our new sponsor for this segment. Let me pull up the logo here. Action 247 Sportsbook is going to be a sponsor of the Fanatics Show this year. This is a Tennessee sportsbook based out of Nashville. Really excited to be partnering with them this year. So with this partnership, they are going to be the exclusive betting lines for the show this year. So every single pick that Jake gives you is going to be based off of Action 247's lines. When Skylar and I do our upset pick of the week, the lines will be based off of the Action 247 Sportsbook lines. Basically, anytime that we talk about a line in a game, anything like that, it will be their lines. They're also going to be providing us. We haven't gotten the exact confirmation of which it'll be, but there will either be a link or a promo code that you'll be able to use whenever you sign up for Action 247. That'll be directly tied with us. And I believe they're also going to be doing stuff for existing members as well. So kind of little promos during the season as well. It's going to be a chance to win some merch from them as well. They've been very, very gracious about that as well. And another thing that's going to be fun as well is all of Jake's picks that he makes each week he will actually have his own. I think it'll be listed under Vol Fanatics picks, or it could be listed under Rakin with Jake picks, something like that. But on the Action 247 app, there will be a odds boost where you can do a 5-leg parlay based on the 5 picks that Jake gives us each week, and there will be an odds boost for that listed under, as I said, either Rakin with Jake picks or Vol Fanatics picks as well. So it's going to be a fun season this year. We're very, very excited about this partnership. Once again, I hate that Skylar wasn't here to be able to put his 2 cents in on this, but we're both super excited about this. We've been hiding it for a little while because it hasn't been completely official, but the paperwork was signed yesterday, so we're super excited about this season.
Yeah, you could have told me about that part. I mean, the odds boost. I mean, not only are we raking, but we're gonna have to need a bigger rake. I mean, that's golly, that's awesome. Hopefully they're listening. But Action 247, I greatly appreciate it. You definitely got a great sponsorship with these guys. So, I'm looking forward to that. This is an exciting season. And Zach, you are right. You are absolutely right. I'm going to be absolutely digging in this season. So we'll have some really, really good picks this year. I think y'all said I went positive last year, so that was a positive.
So here's what I will say. We do not condone parlaying these together because it's not a guarantee, but it's very, very low odds, which is why it's giving an odd boost. All of these are plus money picks whenever you parlay them together because it's less chance of all of them happening at once. So we don't condone you going and parlaying these together. But you know what? If you feel like you want to, there's an odds boost there. So if you feel like you need to, go ahead. I will say I won't have the number on the screen tonight, but if you do have a gambling problem, make sure you call that hotline number. It is 1-800-889-9789. Make sure that you do call that if there is a gambling problem. We will have a little ad read we have to do each week because of this. It's because of it basically covers Action 247 whenever we do some sort of gambling segment that has to be read at some point in there. But we're super excited this year. And without further ado, Jake, tonight you are going to be doing some win totals
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing here? So
Yeah, I teased the Western Kentucky game, big conference game coming up. We're in week 0, but I just thought I'd get something juicier. I can't come out of the gate giving y'all immediate gratification. So I need y'all to
is
invest a
this one
little bit
on
with
that
me.
list? Because this is on my list here. So
Hey, I don't want to give any hints, but my gosh, I do like that pick, and I'm wondering if that's minus money to get that over. So that's a great one. Do you want my pick on that one right now?
yeah. If you think, what do you think? Over 8.5?
Oh gosh,
Under.
yeah, I think we get over. I really do. I've got the battered Vols syndrome as much as anybody else does, but again, I have a lot of faith in what we're going to be able to do at the quarterback position. A lot of it rides on that. We're going to be fine. So, you have a better defense than last year. You have an upgrade in almost every single positional unit outside of maybe running back, but top to bottom, your running back room should be a little bit better because you have a plethora of guys. So over 8.5. That's a side note. Gosh, can't believe you get me.
Yeah.
That's a freebie, guys. That's a freebie. But yeah, no, you want me to get started? I mean, I can go ahead and start running
Yeah.
through these.
Go for it, man.
Well, we talked a little bit about it. I'm glad that we talked a lot about what we had in Alabama and Georgia. Alabama over 9.5. That to me, just looking at their schedule, it's far easier. It's far easier. You're not going through the gauntlet that you may see some years that they have to do. They've got a ton of returning production on defense. I do believe, I know from a high level that their defensive backfield is very, very good. That's going to win them a ton of games. I think Ty Simpson's going to be the guy for them right now. Um, I just don't see them falling off and regressing this season. On top of them being a little bit better this year, production, having more consistent production from the quarterback position, I see 10 and 11 pretty easy for Alabama. So over 9.5 is an easy one for me. That's taking that one to the bank. The second one, this is a brutal stat to me that tells you everything you need to know about Kentucky, aka the worst team in the SEC. They had 31 players enter the transfer portal. 31. They ain't keeping anybody. All their all SEC guys that they had for pre all SEC transferred. They're out. And it's important to realize the landscape of the game right now. It is, what can you do for me right now? Especially with the NIL. The NIL is taken over. It's been a landstorm. It's shown you what's going on when it comes to apparel deals, what goes on with just company deals. Kentucky is always going to be a basketball school, and their head coach is, man, he needs to be on life support at this point. I don't see how anybody can really play for them right now. I knowing what I know and seeing kind of their body of work, there's nothing that really is positive for them this season. I don't see anything in their quarterback room. I don't see anything in their defense. Their defense has always been a staple. This is an easy one for me, under 4.5. I could see them going under 3.5. So,
Ooh.
yeah, brutal season for Kentucky. One that I love that is, I'm a little biased because I like to follow the Jimmies and Joes and not the X's and O's as much. Auburn has some studs this year, man. They have studs. We're not just talking about, oh, they got a guy here, they got a guy there. They've got legit, I counted it up. They've got Keldrick Falk. That guy's a top 10 pick next year. He's the top D end off the board right now. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Eric Singleton, another wide receiver who's a 1 to 2 round pick. Connor Liu, he's a top interior offensive lineman. Xavier Chaplin, another top interior offensive lineman. These are all draft eligible guys this year. These are all great pieces if you're looking. You got a wide receiver, you got a center, you've got guys all over the board on both sides of the ball, and you've got Cam Coleman, who I think is one of the
I was
best
gonna
wide
say
receivers.
I
He's a
absolutely
stud.
love Cam Coleman.
Jackson Arnold just has to do slightly better than what he did at Oklahoma. It's the same situation as Joey Aguilar. We put so much investment in these quarterbacks, but we don't realize what they have around them. They've got two guys who are probably first to second round picks at edge, one who would come the year after Keldrick Falk. They are going to be good. They lost 3 games last year by 1 possession. Okay. that is a huge deal when it comes to being able to coach through that. You can look at a team and say, hey, guys, this is how close we were. A lot of people will buy in. Hugh Freeze, I mean, he's a chaplain, man. He can preach it to you. So I don't have any doubt they're going to come ready to play. I think they set the tone against Baylor. They're going to beat Ball State, South Alabama, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy, Mercer. Those are the 8 teams they should beat. It's right there.
I mean, that's a fair point there.
It's that easy. It's that easy. So Auburn over 7.5, one of my favorite picks of the season. Talked about it in the earlier segment. Georgia. I mean, guys, Gunnar Stockton can only do so much when you've got 9 different audibles thrown at him for Mike Bobo. Mike Bobo wants to call XY split, double tight, 7 wave, check into laser. It's not going to help anybody. With the way that Georgia plays, they've got some really good wide receivers who came in. They're going to have to understand at a high level what these audibles mean. It's just not going to click to me. They've got to play Florida, Alabama, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Texas. And you're telling me that they can't lose to 3 out of the 5 of those? I think it's very, very likely. Another interesting stat that I saw is out of their offensive line, which we know we correlate it to Alabama because Kirby Smart plays very Nick Saban-ish. They want to run the ball. They only have 35 combined starts on their offensive line returning. They don't have much there. Their defense might be good, but I looked at their roster. They don't have guys like they've had in the past. They're going to be good. Do I think they're going to be great? No, I think they sit right at 9. So, again, I think I picked 9-3 in my bet, maybe 10-2. My gut tells me they're going to drop some. They just don't have it there. It's been a minute since they've seen some real success.
Plus money play on this one, by the way.
It's a nice one. It's an unpopular pick, guys, but again, you just got to find them where you can. Last one. I know I'm going to get some hate on this. I'm just going to go ahead and name the national champion. I want to say there's a select few. I don't know who's watching right now. I picked Michigan to win the national championship when they won it that year before the season. Penn State reminds me so much of Michigan the year they won it. They had a great offensive line. They got 2 great running backs. Tell me that, what's his name? Drew Allar?
Drew Aller, yeah.
Aller, whatever his name is. The guy can ball, okay? We know he can ball. I don't think James Franklin is a world beater, but I think that he's got enough talent on this team to be able to overcompensate. It's just like J.J. McCarthy with Michigan. I think the guy can make the plays that it takes. Honestly, I think they go undefeated in the regular season because they got Ohio State on a bye week before, and then the only other top 25 team they have to play is Oregon. So they go 12-0. They smooth their way in. They're a little bit less tested, but it just works out for them, guys. I don't even know what the money is on that. I'm going to guess it's probably plus 600, plus 300, something around that line. This is a great pick for value.
They had the 3rd best odds to win the national title going into the season.
Really?
According to Action 247, which is the only lines that we use, by the way,
they
have the 3rd best odds sitting at plus 620. The only 2 teams that are ahead of them is Ohio State with plus 460 and Texas with plus 455.
Yeah, guys, Penn State is stupid talented. James Franklin is on testimony saying that this is the best defense he's had. Obviously, I think their offensive production is not going to take a step back. This is one of those teams that can do it all, and that's what you need in this landscape to win a natty. So Penn State's my national champion.
And you know what? I think that it could happen. My only issue with this one here is James Franklin. You can have the most talented team in the world, but he's never proven that he can win that big one. That's my only issue.
He was winning at Vandy.
Yeah, he was winning at Vandy. I'll give him that. But since he got to Penn State, and this is why I picked against Penn State so many times last year. It's almost like he knows what the lines are ahead of time. When he is favored, he has got an amazing record. Against teams that are ranked ahead of him, I think he's got 2 wins, maybe something like that. He's 2 in whatever. When he's plays against teams that are ranked below him, he's got an almost perfect record. I mean, he has very few losses whenever his team is the favorite, and he's got very few wins when his team is the underdog. It's one of those things. So if they end up being, the number one team in the nation this year, you know what? I think I'm riding with you. Penn State wins the national championship because history tells us that Penn State does not lose very often whenever they're the favorite. But you know what? You mentioned it. It's a great value. And, one of these, a play like this right here, Penn State winning the national title, if you catch it now at plus 620 odds, you can cash that out towards the end of the season and actually make money off of that, because the odds are just going to shorten from there. If it looks like that they're in line to win the national title, by the time it comes around, you might be seeing Penn State at plus 130 odds to win it all. You cash out, you can have, depending on how much you put on it, you can end up making some money on it. So very excited.